Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, and today we'll be talking about Black Widow, Marvel's Black Widow. Yes, they finally released the movie in theaters, and it was a decent movie. I would call it a Phase 2 movie. This is the non spoiler part of the review. Overall, this movie was a decent and good movie, deservedly for Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, and Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova. It was a good movie. Spoilers. 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 Okay. This movie was decent. It wasn't the best MCU movie, but it was good enough to watch. I might watch it again, but it doesn't have that super rewatchable factor like a lot of the other Marvel movies do. Like I said, it was very much a Phase 2 movie. It should have been done quite some many years ago. But it did flesh out her character, Black Widow's character, Natasha, and it made you kind of understand a bit more about why she sacrificed herself in Endgame to get the Soul Stone with everything. And then it kind of gave you a little bit of the backstory about what she was talking about with Hawkeye all the time with Budapest. Because part of the movie, we did go to Budapest, and it wasn't all of what we thought it was. Also, the movie started with her and Yelena as little kids, little girls, and they were being taken care of by Iron Maiden and Red Guardian as their parents. And then they got found out they stole something from S.H.I.E.L.D., and S.H.I.E.L.D. was trying to hunt them down, and they had to leave and go back to Russia. And that's how Yelena ended up in the Red Room, which, Natasha didn't want the little girl to do because at that point, Yelena was only like 3 or 4. No, I would say she was about 5 or 6 because Natasha had to have been about 10 or 11 at this point. That's how the movie started, and then they, did a little montage of things, and then we ended up seeing her starting off at the very end of the aftermath of Civil War. So the movie takes place between Civil War and Infinity War. So, she's running around trying to get away from, I forget his name, the guy that's running the government, the DOD now, whatever the case may be, that's trying to hunt them down, wasn't very happy with Cap and all of them when they traded on him, didn't want to sign the Sokovia Agreement and everything else. So, yeah, she's running from him. She set him up real good. The beginning of the movie was kind of tight. And then she's on the run. So she done went to some other country. She got to connect this dude that's giving her supplies and whatnot. And then she got some mail of some widow bite things, the blue things that she have in her wrist device. But these were red. And so she, that made her go back to Russia. And this is where we end up in Budapest with one of her safe houses where she finds her sister. They have a little fight, which we've seen in the trailers and commercials and whatnot. And then what they didn't know was Yelena was also now on the run because she got broken from nanite control. Yes, little tiny machines. Instead of brainwashing them, they're just going to control you with little machines in your head. That's how they control a lot of Black Widows now. It's really jacked up. But this new Widow Bite can deactivate those bad boys. And so Yelena was deactivated. And so now she's on the run from the rest of the Black Widow team, who all after them now that Natasha's there. They all after everybody. It was messed up. So in the end, the two of them got to work together, Yelena and Natasha, to figure out a way to free the other Black Widows and take down the Red Room, which is a floating base in the sky, which is why nobody can find it. It was kind of crazy. At one point in the movie, Natasha was watching a James Bond movie while she was hiding out, and that's what this movie kind of gives you. It kind of gives you MCU James Bond. Even some of the score, the music themes was very kind of James Bondish. So I feel like that's what they were trying to go for, and it was okay. That kind of made the movie to me okay, because I am a big James Bond fan, but this is the MCU. I need y'all to be your own thing. Then they figure out a way to do all of these things that I was just talking about, take it down the Red Room and all of this good stuff. First they broke Red Guardian out of prison. That was hilarious. And then they all have dinner, sit down, have a meal, talk about the traitorous ways of their lives, and because they were, espionage and spies and working for the Russian government is no easy feat. So then they decide, okay, we're going to figure out a way to do this. We're going to take it down. Iron Maiden had already been the one developing these nanites and controlling pigs. She almost killed one, telling it to stop breathing. It was ridiculous because you could just tell people what to do with these nanites and they'd have to do it. One Black Widow killed herself because the head dude, Dracoff, was the one that commanded her to kill herself because she had broke her leg. So she was, in his mind, she was useless. Kill yourself. And she did. It was sad. So yeah, that made Natasha even more determined to take down this Red Room with this new program that's really jacking people up. Dracoff is also the one that whose daughter she apparently thought she killed, and that was a whole lot of the red that she was really guilty about on her ledger. That even Loki brought up Dracoff's daughter in the first Avengers movie when he was locked up, and he tried to taunt Natasha. We didn't know at the time what he was talking about, but that's what he was talking about. Her trying to take out Dracoff so she could leave the Red Room for good with Hawkeye. And she used his daughter as bait to make sure that he was in the spot so they could blow it up. And they blew it up. But apparently neither one of them died. He was fine and the little girl was burnt to a crisp. To which, how much love can you have for your daughter when now you took her and put a chip in her head, and now you got her watching videos of all these different fights from all the heroes, the Avengers and everybody else, so that she could be some kind of trained fighter, aka Taskmaster, who can mimic and fight like anybody. I gotta say, Taskmaster was pretty cool, but I think I like the original Taskmaster way better. You know, they kind of wasted it, in my opinion, to me in the end, because, yeah, that was just dumb. Why was Taskmaster this man's daughter? It made no sense to me. Anyway, it should have been the original guy that in the comics that was Taskmaster. But I guess a twist. Anyway, after they do all of that, she gets control of what's going on, how he's controlling the Red Room. She knocks him out. She found out that she was under pheromone control. That's what he originally was doing before these nanites. She breaks her nose, severs something between her head here, somewhere that was so it can block the pheromones, so she can knock the crap out of Dracoff, get the ring, access the thing, make copies of all of the widows. He got spread all across the country, so you know that's a thing. Somebody got to go and undo all these pre-programmed widows. I don't know what they're going to do with that. Maybe a Disney Plus show? We'll see. And then they make their way to the Red Room, find a way to take it down, thanks to Iron Maiden knowing how it worked, which was kind of suspicious in and of itself. She made the stuff, and she knew how the thing worked, because she helped build it. I didn't like this lady. But then they end up bringing it down, saving Taskmaster because they gave her the stuff so she could break out of the mind control stuff too. She was glad her daddy was dead because she was unappreciative of what he had did to her to keep her alive. And then, that was how the movie ended. Oh, General Ross, that's his name. General Ross showed up to try to fix everything because she had sent him a message to let him know about this Red Room program. And her family, got away. Yelena got away. Iron Man got away. Red Guardian got away. She made sure they didn't get took in. And then she got away. And then we got a nice post-credit scene with Val, who we saw pop up in Falcon at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier in a post-credit scene. Clearly she's have been working with Yelena, because now we're I'd say about 5 years later, after, Natasha has died. Yelena's visiting her grave, cleaning it up, making it look nice. And she got a dog. She always said she wanted a dog, so she got her one. And then here comes Val. Val pops up and she says, why are you here? I'm on vacation, basically, is what she was telling her. You bothering me. And she was like, no, I just, to let you know about something and want to know if you want to get revenge for the person who killed Natasha. And those of us who know the movies know that nobody killed Natasha. She sacrificed herself when she jumped off the cliff on Vormir. But Val shows her a picture of Hawkeye. So she's sending Yelena after Hawkeye. Oh, great. Which Hawkeye series, Hawkeye has a series on Disney Plus coming out in a few months. Oh, yes. Yes, next month we have Marvel's What If, and then after that we're going to have, I think it's the Marvels, Miss Marvel, and then Hawkeye. But either way, Yelena's going to show up on Hawkeye to try to take him out. Oh, I can't wait. And I'm pretty sure Kate Bishop's going to have to save him. It's going to be so raw. And he's going to have a guilt complex because he did try to kill himself instead of Natasha, but she didn't let him. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But it was good to see Val and to know that she is on a recruiting spree to recruit a whole bunch of folks. I don't know what for. We can't wait. I can't wait to see what it's going to be. Thunderbolts, Dark Avengers, what is it going to be? I don't know. But we got a hell of a lot of pieces in place now for this recruitment process that Val is doing. I don't know what the contest is up to, but it should be interesting. Anyway, that was Black Widow. Pretty much that was the movie. I a few spoilers here and there telling you about some stuff that happened, but yeah, and that's why it pretty much was a Phase 2 movie that was released at the end of Phase 3 before the start of Phase 4. So, Black Widow, good movie, could have been better. Glad for Scarlett that she got her movie, but yeah, it's a little too late. And she passed the baton to Yelena, who's going to be so awesome as the new Black Widow. Can't wait to see her in the future. I will see you guys another day. This has been Color Commentary. I'm TJ. Like and subscribe below. And if you got some things to say about Black Widow, I'll gladly converse with you about it in the comments. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.